A question I often get asked is, can Nintendo sue Cobblemon? The answer is not as straightforward as you might think. Nintendo attempting to sue Cobblemon wouldn't likely succeed because it is non-commercial and open source. Also, the Cobblemon developers don't net any monetary profit as it's free to download, and Nintendo is much more likely to sue projects that profit from its IP. Even if Nintendo attempted to sue Cobblemon because of its open source license, basically anyone in the community can pick up the mod and continue development by forking the code and reposting it. This makes it considerably harder for Cobblemon to be forced to shut down. It is a vastly different situation from when Pixelmon was handed a cease and desist letter by Nintendo, as Pixelmon was purposefully placed onto pay-to-win servers, which were seen as operating commercially, allowing the devs to generate revenue from the Pokemon IP. Plus, there was also the whole thing about malicious code being in the old version of Pixelmon, which allowed the developers to forcefully shut down Pixelmon servers, giving them full control. And Pixelmon were also sued by Nintendo for copyright infringement because their high polycount models were seen as infringing. Cobblemon doesn't have this problem since the developers create all the assets themselves. If Nintendo really wanted to sue Cobblemon, they could, because Nintendo wants to protect its intellectual property, regardless of whether a project is commercial or non-commercial. And we all know that Nintendo loves to sue. But because of how the Cobblemon developers conduct themselves and run the mod, it is very unlikely to happen, and Nintendo would have a very hard time preventing the continuation of Cobblemon. So I hope that answers